Hi, I'm Sarah Browers.
Hi, I'm Pat Palmer, and Merry Christmas from Homegrown Social Media.
We thought we'd do tonight's video with a review of our 2017 adventures.
And we had some great adventures over the past year. You know, we started Homegrown Social Media because we saw a need.
So between texts and emails and Facebook chats, we came up with our concept of educating people on social media.
In March of 2017, we put together a plan. We got an LLC, a website, a bank account, and our social media pages set up, including this members only page that you're in right now.
And we also sent out roughly 100 letters to chambers, Main Street organizations, and development organizations, and took our show on the road.
So we set out on the road and we met a lot of nice people, saw some neat communities, and saw some folks who could really use our help, whether they know they do or not.
That's true. For starters, we set out on our trips one day a week, and here's where we ended up.
Our first trip was in June and we headed west. We went to Humboldt.
Yeah, we did go to Humboldt.
And what a nice time we had over there. We met a gal that runs the chamber over there, and she used to be from Hampton, so we had some things in common. And we met
and they were redoing their office.
Yes, they were shifting things around, and it was so neat. It's so neat to go to these chambers and see their work in progress as well as ours.
Mm-hmm.
In Fort Dodge, we met our first gatekeeper.
Yes, we did meet a gatekeeper.
Thank you. We'll take your letter. Thank you very much. But anyway, I'm sure they read it. I'm sure they'll be in contact with us. But it was a nice trip to Fort Dodge.
To the trash.
That's for sure. And you know, if you can't make at least one U-turn around in a town, you just haven't officially been there.
He's right on that. He's right on that. He's good at that.
Eagle Grove. We had such a neat time in Eagle Grove.
Yeah, we did.
That is a town that's going to be expanding and growing, and they have some needs for a lot of things there. And they were remodeling their chamber office too. They were painting and building stuff.
And there were cats.
And there were cats. And you always have to like those. We went to Clarion.
And that was a cute little town.
Yeah.
And from the travel aspect, I was really excited because they had this little office that was near like a railroad.
Yeah, it was a depot. Yeah.
But it was closed.
So we didn't quite get to make it inside, but we did see Clarion and had a nice time there.
Yeah. Then in July, we headed to Iowa Falls. And they have a nice office there.
A very historic office.
Yes.
And they had a tree inside of there that was kind of different, but...
yeah, that is true. I do remember the tree.
But it was a very historic...
But their Main Street has been redone.
Oh, yes.
If you haven't been to Iowa Falls, go check out their Main Street. A couple of years ago, I know, Main Streets, they get redone and businesses get frustrated. But it's worth going to visit, people.
Yeah, they came through it. They came through it. Evansdale.
Oh, Evansdale, what a memory. That was where we really... Our eyes were opened that so many of you and our partners don't know the power of Google.
Yes, we went on kind of a wild goose chase for a little bit. It was wild. Because Sarah, I drive, and so I don't really mess with the phone much. And Sarah's Googling this address, and we got led to 3 different empty buildings.
Yeah.
But we finally found...
They did have a valid phone number.
They did, and that was...
and it was...
unique.
Hello.
Hello.
And it was a house we went to.
It was a house with a trailer that said Evansdale Chamber, but I'm sure that'll work out just fine. Then we went to Jessup and met another gatekeeper.
Oh yes, I forgot about that one.
We did. I was actually at City Hall, and I do feel bad. They just didn't have an official chamber.
Yeah. But there's a lot of communities that are like that.
Right, and so the city manager kind of gets thrust into that, and he said, well, thank you, and I think he thought that we were going to do something for his office, not like community-wide.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just how that went. Then we went over to Independence.
We did go to Independence.
Nice town over there. They've also redone some things, and the buildings that you see along Main Street were really done up well.
Independence and Manchester. And I think Manchester is where we landed in a tea room.
Yes, that was
And I learned really fast that, Pat's not the tea room kind of guy.
No, that pinky just doesn't come out far enough when I drink. We walked in, and a very nice place.
You were a good sport.
I was a very good sport. And there wasn't a whole lot of gentlemen in there. And
there were like 3 or 4 by the time we left.
Yeah.
I made notes.
The wives had drugged their husbands there.
Yes, they did.
But it was a nice time.
And then we went to Strawberry Point. And I had not been to Strawberry Point for a few years, and we got a picture of the little strawberry, and that was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, but again, I think they were closed.
Yeah,
They had a sign on the door closed.
Yeah.
But,
Owine, we met another gatekeeper.
Yeah. Owine had Murals.
Murals, very,
They
very.
had some really cool murals around their town.
And the chamber director had painted one of them that we were standing in front of right here.
Yeah, so it's some talented people in Owine. Waverly. We
Yeah.
ended up in Waverly, and Waverly is just one of those main streets. How can you not
Yeah.
enjoy it?
Yeah, it's just a fun town. I spent a lot of years in Waverly, and they've really done a lot with their chamber office. They were doing a little bit of remodeling too. A lot of woodwork in there. So
Yeah.
if you're a fan
Yeah.
of woodwork, that's a nice place to go.
Nice place to stop. So that was our July, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a fantastic July, and in August we headed kind of south a little bit. We headed down to Story City, which of course has a lot of history in itself, right there,
Yeah.
with the merry-go-round and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I got to get on that merry-go-round.
Yeah, in Marshalltown we had a very nice time. We met a nice gal who kind of took all of our information. I don't think we ever did talk to anybody there except for the gatekeeper.
It was kind of a gatekeeper situation,
Yeah.
but they were welcoming and nice community.
And they put us on our mailing list. They added us to
We didn't
their
go
mailing
right to the
list.
trash.
Yeah, so that was nice. In Grinnell, we had our experience. I had an experience with a farm-to-table restaurant, and so I ordered a
They
hamburger.
didn't have pickles.
I ordered a hamburger, and they didn't locate any pickles, but anyway, I had lettuce, and that was just fine. In Jefferson, we
They had an old car show
Yes,
going on.
yes.
And I want to go back to Jefferson.
Yeah, and
that was a neat town.
Sarah had her picture taken with Thomas Jefferson. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I did.
And that was a very bustling town down there. Of course, they do have a casino now down there, and so whether that adds anything to the mix or not, that's to be seen. But they did have a very nice car show, a lot of 50s music down there. And then, of course, we took a quick trip through Boone. We got there like 3 minutes to 5.
Yeah.
And so they were just kind of closing up
But they were real welcoming.
Really,
Really welcoming.
She stayed late to talk to
Yeah,
us, and
yeah.
that was very nice. At the end of the day, we ended up in Webster City at the In Tandem Workspace.
Yeah, they had an open house going on, so
Yeah.
that was a neat way for her to wrap up our road trip that day.
Right.
Were we in Perry?
Yes, we were in Perry.
Perry was the other town that we were in where there's bicycle things all around
Yes,
town. They
yes.
had some cool things there.
Yeah,
But they were closed.
We picked up so
But
many.
yeah.
We picked up so many ideas and tips and neat things, and if we would just have a little bit more time to really visit and talk and chat with
Yeah.
these people, I think they would see our points of view. But we do understand that things
They're
happen like
busy.
that. Yeah, they're
We
busy.
get it. We get it. We're all busy. We get that.
And this
too.
was in the middle of summer where they
Yeah.
had summer events and summer things, and
Yeah.
we have really had a big road trip to Des Moines.
Yeah, our last big road trip was to Des Moines to be on the air with Michael Libby from Inside on Business.
Michael runs AM on an AM radio station there in Des Moines, and that is the only business show in the
He
metro
does a
of Des
great
Moines.
job.
Yes.
It features a lot of businesses, up and coming businesses, and events that are going on that you might not hear about other places.
Right. He
So
always.
he's a great guy to follow on social media. 'Cause
Yes.
Michael really gets social media.
Yeah, he does. And not only you have he talks about the stock markets and the local markets and a little bit about the Board of Trade as well too. And also, but he keeps his eye on financial futures and some Bitcoin stuff,
Yep.
and really hones it in on what's happening in Des Moines and a little bit beyond. I mean, I
Yeah.
just
He really does.
he does a live Facebook feed to promo his show every day at about 10 minutes to 5, and I chime in once in a while on
Yeah.
that too, and it's
Yeah.
always neat. But I was really always really impressed with Michael. It was really neat to be on his show.
Yeah, he does a nice job.
We've also been on the road taking some social media
Yes,
training.
we have.
And we have gone to Minneapolis a couple times because we wanted to take some Facebook training, a little bit more about the Facebook funnel situation, which funnels your ads.
Facebook ads, your ads
Yes.
manager, and that whole part of Facebook.
And then we learned a little bit about Pinterest with
Yep.
our good friend Janet
E. Johnson.
And then Sarah takes me to my first trip ever to Chick-fil-A.
Yes, and those of you that know that I like Chick-fil-A, and anytime I can make a little road trip to go have a Chick-fil-A sandwich, I will. And I drug him there.
Yes, she did. And since it was my first time,
Yeah.
I never used my real name at any of these
Any
places.
guesses what his name was that day?
So,
Who were you?
Sandwich for Jimbo. So I changed my name to Jimbo. Anyway,
I roll.
eye roll. And so I made the guy order for Jimbo. I read that over the whole loudspeaker system. But anyway, we had a fun time.
Yeah,
with
we
that.
did.
So, but anyway, it was
And
a
we
nice.
weren't home too late.
No, it was a nice little trip.
You know, we
to,
just stopped on I-35 and It worked well.
Yeah, the one night after we went to the Pinterest training, we stopped at what I would consider a roadhouse.
Oh, and you know what? My husband and I have eaten there twice now
Wow.
since you and I were there.
Wow.
We ate there last night.
Probably because he couldn't believe it.
He actually says those are the burger. I think the burger you had. He loves the burger.
It's one of those bar burgers where
Yeah.
it's about that thick and it comes with everything, including pickles.
The End Zone is
The End Zone.
right south of the cities. They're right north of Faribault.
Yeah, it's
It's a great place to stop. Half mile off the road, and
yeah, it looks kind of roadhouse-ish.
yeah, it's good food. Really
but
good food.
it's good bar
Yeah.
good bar burger there.
Yeah.
We've just learned about so much about different people that we've met. I mean, not only people on the road, but people that have helped us out. And one thing that Sarah and I have always talked about is when you work with us, or when we know you and when we trust you and we do things together, projects, we tend to take people along with us for the ride.
Yes, we do take people along with us because I think that's important. As many of you know, this whole train of social media is all about the people around us. And we have been able to bring some really awesome people on board with us this year. I mean, we couldn't have done a lot of projects without some of them.
Right, and
We really couldn't have.
And that's why we created this group here too. We felt that if you invested in a class with us, or if you were an instructor on a class with
Right.
us, you needed to be in our little private
Yeah.
members only group
Yeah.
here, so we can all benefit. And I welcome the discussion amongst you. We don't have to lead every discussion in the group. If somebody has
And those of you that know us know we do not claim to know everything.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do not claim to know everything. And that's kind of what I've learned about people in 2017. If I had to say one takeaway that I've had about 2017 is I am a pretty good reader of people, but there's times where I'm not.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, it really kind of breaks my heart to see so many people spending so much money into so many things online that are really not who they say they are.
Yes, and
That was eye-opening in 2017 for me.
yeah, and a big thing that we both agreed on was this issue of buying friends or creating fake profiles to get more friends or fans for your page. It just doesn't
And there's
work.
a lot of people out there promoting that.
Yes.
And a lot of people are paying a lot of money for that. And I know Facebook's algorithms, Facebook specifically, the algorithms keep changing and everybody thinks they need to stay on top of it. But it all goes back to relationships.
Right.
It all goes back to relationships. Those numbers, they may look good, and I've heard some very powerful people in the industry say that the numbers are credibility. They are, but there's a lot of other things that go behind that. So the numbers are not everything.
Right.
They are not.
And I look at my own Facebook business page for the Computer Guy, and I have about 3,000 fans and friends and followers, whatnot, the fans. Now, they said, well, you should have at least 10,000 to make an impact. Well, my customer base
How
is...
many people live in Hampton? Just Hampton.
4,200.
Okay.
And so I want my customer base to be Northern Iowa,
Yeah.
Southern Minnesota, not Nepal, India, or Seoul, South Korea. And those were those
Right.
fake profiles.
So here's something I can ask you is, so you do remote computer repair with the Computer Guy.
Yes.
Can you get into somebody's computer overseas? Would that be something that you would, can you do that?
Yes,
Without any issues?
My good friend Jim Latham over in Clear Lake, his daughter used to live in Italy, and one day Jim says, I can't figure this out, I need some help. And so anyway, I remoted into the computer, it was in Italy, and now the language barrier,
Right.
because they had the computer settings in Italian, so I had to work a little bit with
Right.
with Paige
Right.
on that. But yeah, I could do that, and that's what people are getting done to them in Iowa, in North Iowa, is
Yeah.
the remote people from India and Korea.
Yes,
and all
those
people-
calls.
Those
And they
calls.
keep coming in.
And they're overseas, and they can remote into your
They
computer.
need to stop. They need to stop. I'm tired of reading my friends getting
Yes, yes.
scammed on all that.
So, and of course, we've learned a lot about each other. You don't sit in a car with somebody for 8 hours a day going here and
Oh,
there
that's true.
and not learn something. And of course, here's a video that Sarah took of me trying to make a malt.
That was a good one.
Hello! Today I'm going to make a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup malt milkshake. I want it less thick. I'm so excited. Oops, I did not follow the directions. Remove the lid. I think I broke it.
Hey, do I get a percentage of that picture there or something?
Hey, come on, hey, get some of these?
Yeah, we do a lot. All right, yeah.
Somebody wanted to get in our limelight.
So anyway, that the backstory on the video was, what you couldn't see was the lady who was all eyes watching me trying to make this malt, and she was filling up her pop. I wasn't paying attention, overflowed the pop and then spilled it. And that's what...
And what's interesting, so I just actually came off of actually a Florida press trip.
Yes, yes.
And a lot of people don't realize that, like, we were working. I was taking that video, but we were working.
Right.
So it's showing what we're doing. And I had a conversation with someone who kind of looked at me, and I said, yeah. They said, are you working tonight? And I said, yeah, I am. I was at a dinner theater. And I said, you know, a lot of times when you sit by somebody, there are reasons that people take pictures of their food. It isn't just for themselves. Sometimes it is for business.
Right.
It is for business, and it's crazy the time that we live in now. So when you see somebody out and about taking pictures of something, it may be for fun, but there are times that it's for business.
Yes, and I think that Come and Go and Casey's need to kick in on some gas money, because we hit
Yeah.
their stores all the time. I think that we could
We've been-
judge on Casey's bathrooms, and so anyway,
Can we ever?
we could be experts on those things.
And in October, we started an online school and have launched 2 courses.
Yes, beginning Facebook for business and blogging your way to success. I think,
Yes.
Sarah, that this is going to be the way to go on a lot of this. People are so busy,
Yeah.
and they just want a podcast or a class that they can do on their own time.
They want it simple.
Yeah, and
They want to do it at their own time. Maybe they want to look at something at 1 in the morning. Maybe they can't sleep. They wake
Right.
up and it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And they can go in and catch up on their class.
And the beauty with our classes is you can watch them over and over and over again. So if
Yeah.
we have steps A, B, C, and D, and you're hung up on C, you can go and watch C over and over and over again to make sure that you got. We want this as easy as possible for our students to learn. It's not just get your money and be gone. We want you
Yeah.
to learn and learn and learn.
It's
on
there,
this.
and you also have this group where you can always ask questions about it too.
Yes, that's why everybody who does sign up is automatically included in this group. So
Yep.
when you see our classes online, don't pay for the higher dollar one, pay for the lower
Because you guys are
standard one.
already in the group.
You're already here. So, you
Yep.
know, that's, but I think this is a great thing. We're going to be putting together a couple more classes this spring when we have a little bit of time. And time is the key there. It takes a lot of time to get some of that stuff.
Yeah, and I brought
worked out.
home a Christmas cough.
I see that. And this year
We hosted 2 major seminars on social media,
Yeah.
including one for direct salespeople. We had a fun day at that.
that was.
And also several hour-and-a-half classes about reputation management at the Cent Credit Union. And online reputation management, oh my! That's a full-time job in itself.
Yes, I think that's going to be a job of the future.
I do too, and I think community colleges need to be offering a class in that. That's just my 2 cents.
Right. But we certainly want to thank all of the speakers who came out. I know some of them kind of helped us on the fly and probably for little pay or free or to trade something out. But anyway, we do appreciate those speakers that came out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Really want
we
to
couldn't have done their programs
Right.
without people like you that have stepped up to help us.
Want to really give Christy a nice shout out over.
Oh yes, Best Impressions
Best
Photography.
Impressions. She does such a good job, and I think that a couple people were expecting miracles on some of those headshots, but that's another.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me where my new headshot came from.
Yeah,
They do.
and she has time. She
Yeah.
cares, and that's
She
a
does
big
care.
thing.
She does want you to like your photo.
It's not just an assembly line photo place. She actually
Yeah, that's
cares.
exactly right.
And she was very upset with my photo for obvious reasons. But anyway, I had glare on my glasses. She says, Pat, she says, that's not going to look right.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't want you to,
To use that for marketing?
yeah, because if there's like...
That's integrity.
yeah, there
I
is.
love that. Integrity.
She wants to
That
make sure
is fantastic.
you look the best. So anyway,
Yeah.
with these lights that we have here, there's some glare, of course. I probably should just get contacts, but I don't. Anyway,
I can't see you messing around with contacts.
no, I can't either. I can't even work the malt machine at Come and Go.
That's true.
Let alone
That's a true story.
put my thumb in my eye. But we do have, and Mariah,
Mariah, oh my gosh, what's her business name now?
all about advertising.
All about advertising.
And any of these graphics that you're seeing on our page, you can thank Mariah for those because
yeah,
she's done
she
all
does a
those.
great job because I could not do that. No, she does a
yeah.
fantastic job.
And of course, our big highlight of our year was our big class that we did in Charles City in November. We went to talk to the
Yes.
folks from Tupperware.
Yes, and that was like 71 women and 2 men in attendance.
2 guys. That was I felt
and we
for
met
those
a lot
guys.
of you there.
Yes.
And it was a fun day.
It was. I talked about strategy on Facebook, and then so we were talking about teams, and I said, somebody says, Pat, you should sell Tupperware, and I said, yeah, but what team would I be on? And about 20 people lifted their hands wanting me to be on their team. But anyway, it was a fun time, and we hope that we got.
You
a
know
lot
what
of,
I love though is we did the Tupperware thing, and people, would ask what I've been doing and up to, and I mentioned that, and they say, "Wow, there's that many people that sell Tupperware," and I'm like, "Yes, we have some rock star Tupperware people right here in North Iowa,"
Yes.
and I'm sure to tell everybody Tupperware is stronger than ever.
Yep.
I mean, it's fantastic.
And you see those
Fantastic.
You see those Tupperware vans driving around. That's just not because they sold
Those people have worked hard.
a couple of plates or some
Yeah, they're working.
containers. They are working it.
Yeah.
And there are price levels and levels that you see there that we saw.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you do get the trips and the vans and the vehicles.
Right.
And that's just not from sitting on your thumb. That's
Oh
from getting out
no,
and
no.
working.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. And social media is a large part of Tupperware now from what it hadn't been in the past.
Right.
So, I mean, they still do your in-home parties, shows, whatever you want to call them, what the technical term is for
Right.
Tupperware. But opportunities are everywhere.
Right.
It's fantastic. It's been fun to watch some of those people
It has.
do some fun
It
things.
has. And we hope to, this was their big regional area. We hope that some of the folks who were there that want training for their individual teams will reach out to us. We can go over.
Yeah, we could do more of a hands-on type of
Hands-on
thing because
thing.
it was a big crowd that day.
It was a big
crowd.
And I think that a lot of them got a lot of things out of it. There was a few probably didn't get as much out of it as we hoped. One of the things that was pointed out to me was when we started was there were a couple of gals from the Mennonite community or Amish community that were there, and that they probably wouldn't be into technology. I saw one gal that had a better laptop than mine. She opened it up, the lights dimmed. It was so powerful. I mean, it was huge. And anyway,
Yeah.
I think she got a lot out of it too.
Oh
so,
yeah, it was a great day. Nice people there.
Yeah,
And this wouldn't be possible without all of your support.
absolutely.
We talked about Christy and her photography skills, how she has shared them with us. I'd like to give Police Chief Jeff Brinkley and
Yes.
Mason City Police Department, they have really stepped up their game when it comes to social media. And just the fact that they have been participants at our North Iowa Social Media Breakfast Club, I think is huge awareness in the community. But he's also brought some great ideas
Yes.
to North Iowa and to the people that attend our meetings. And he was on our panel
Yes.
at one of our events and talked about how they use social media with the local police department.
Right. And Kara Ruge also talked about how
Saragordo County Public Health.
Public Health uses it, and it's just not just
It's not just posting a picture
No.
out there, get your flu shot or whatever
Right,
it is. It's
right.
not that. There's so much that goes into it.
they're having discussions, and that's the key is have a discussion. It's you know, you can post a picture of Pat and Sarah with a big strawberry, but if you don't have any discussion behind it, it's just Pat and Sarah with a picture of a strawberry.
And Jay Brooks was also on that
yes,
panel.
Jay. I don't think Jay knew what he was getting into. I've worked with Jay a little bit, and he has really blossomed, and we're
Oh,
looking
it was
for
a
big
fun
things.
day.
Yeah.
It was a fun day.
Harry O'Neill came in, and
Yes.
Harry,
He had great insight.
we've been friends forever, and he really gave insight on what radio
Where radio
advertising-
ads are going
Yes.
and how social media has impacted that. He shared some great information.
Yeah, I really think that radio is going to change. You know,
It has to.
on-air terrestrial
It has
radio.
to.
Yeah, and so I think that those folks have really helped out. Sherry from Polka Dot has really
Oh
helped
yeah,
us out
Sherry
too.
started the Polka Dot Powerhouse this year, and wow,
Yeah,
Sherry, you're going places, girl.
yeah, you're going places.
Yeah.
And but she's done a real good job, and we like to give each other a bad time a lot, and anyway, it's in good fun. But we've always had a good time with Sherry. She's a worker.
She does not let any grass grow under her feet.
Yeah, her and I have contests on how many miles a year we drive. I think so. That's a neat thing
How
too.
many miles a year do you drive?
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. But I really think that we're going to be working with a lot more people. Farm Girl Cooking and Farm Girl Weddings. We've had
Yes. Oh my gosh. Mary
delicious-
does a fantastic
a
job.
delicious meal at one of our events that she
Oh,
cooked.
yeah, that was really good. She does catering.
Yes.
Some different catering things there too.
Yeah, and of course we've also worked with a lot of folks on catering as well. We worked with We Got It at one of our classes at Scent. We call it We Got It, so we need to order
Yes.
subs.
Yes,
and-
so they
and-
delivered
boom.
and there it was.
Yeah.
There it was. Yeah, I want to go back to that online reputation management,
Yes.
some of the classes that we've done there. I know we'll be doing some more of those in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But they really can help anybody deal with things when things go south online.
Right. You know, what people don't realize is there's 4 rant and rave pages in North Iowa. And if you're not from North Iowa, it kind of is a little bit of a gray area. But it's where people can get on and say, hey,
Most communities have these pages, by the way.
yeah, I was just at Applebee's and had a great time, and then somebody else can say, I was at Applebee's and the server was bad, and
Yeah.
they used bad language, and they
Yeah.
were lazy, and the bartender didn't smile, and just, you know, some people will complain if their ice cream's cold, as our good friend Andy would always say, Andy O'Brien would always say. But you have to address these online reputation things
Yeah.
and be there for the discussion. If somebody tears you up online, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and ideally you'd like to have your online cheerleaders there, but everybody can't be everywhere at once.
Right, that's for sure. That's
Goes
for
back
sure.
to that whole paying attention and online reputation management.
You bet.
We've had a fantastic 2017.
And it wouldn't be possible without you.
Without all of you,
Yes.
and who knew that we just set up an online school this year?
Yeah, that's just amazing. We watched a webinar, and I said, Sarah, come over and watch this, and we did.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, we had
And boom. Here we
had
are.
4 classes picked out, and away we go. So anyway, it has been a thrill working with you this year,
Yes,
Sarah.
it's been fun. Who knew we'd have started this?
Who knew? So,
I hope you guys are enjoying it because you're all along the ride with us. So
Yeah.
we want you to enjoy it and learn some things along the way.
You bet. So anyway, from both Sarah and I, Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.